I tell you, Luigi, some things in this world are just too strange to be real. Some are real, of course, but some are illusions. Here, I've got something to sell ya. What did that shit? This is a spirit ball, a paranormal specimen with the ability to cause illusions, and someone is releasing a whole mess of them inside Gloomy Manor. That's why some of the objects in there, even whole suits of armor, have suddenly vanished. But trust me, they're still there. Luckily, I created a special Portuguese 5000 tablet and a while back that will help us. I call it the Dark Light device. It's a nifty little doodad able to break illusions such as objects that have turned invisible. But with all the ghosts gone hostile, I haven't been able to return to my lab to retrieve it. But now they're here, and you can get in there and grab it. You'll find the Dark Light device attached to its charging station. It should be fully charged by now. Okay, I'm sending you in. Prepare to be pixelated. Hello, everybody. My name is Eddie, and welcome back to Let's Play Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Last time, we went through the hollows of the library. And in today's episode, we're going to be going through the 4th level in Gloomy Manor. Yay! And yay, cutscenes that we've seen before. Okay, so, just like the previous episode, I did record footage for this video, but because of technical problems, I have to re-record this episode again. So, that's gonna be so much fun. But, what we need to do is, well, first of all, there is a gemstone. I'm looking at my notes real quick. No, we can't get that until later. There is a gemstone in the foyer, but we can't get that until a little bit later in the level. What we need to do is we need to go inside here, and, oh no, the door is vanished! Whatever are we gonna do? I wanna go home! Luigi, am I seeing this right? Did the lab's door just disappear? It must have been haunted by spirit balls from inside the room. I'm sure there's another way into that room. Well, there certainly is, so we need to... okay, I don't remember Luigi leaving the room like that. That didn't happen on the field recording, but okay, that happened. Okay, and what I also said in the previous episode about the staircase being evil, this is what I thought this part was in the previous level, so that's the reason why I said that in the previous episode. And it's even more embarrassing because of the fact that I recorded footage for that, so I don't know what I was thinking right there. This right here is also an example of what I was saying a couple of videos back, where the hider enemies, it could be a bit more tricky to deal with if you have tougher enemies near them. Hiders by themselves are not that difficult, but when they're grouped up with other enemies, then it is going to be tricky. And also, I think I forgot to talk about this in the previous episode, but we also got a upgrade for our Portuguese 5000. When you get elect enough money to do stuff, eventually you'll be able to buy new upgrades. It's automatic, so there's not like options for it or anything like that. But the first upgrade you'll get is a stronger Portuguese 5000, which will allow you to do a even stronger charge when it's fully charged enough. So, what we need to do now is we need to go on top of the 2nd floor so that we can continue on our merry way through our path of glory. And we can go inside here into the parlor. And I didn't realize that this clock was a 24-hour clock, so I guess now if you look back on that previous episode, a couple of videos back, now you really will get to see whether or not I was recording this in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day. I'm going to resist the urge to activate the music box. Not resisting well! Okay, that was random. Okay, what we need to do is we need to go inside the fireplace, and in the law of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, if something is square, they're going to fall through it. Buggity boo! Okay, so what we need to do now is that we need to use our particles on this chalkboard up here, and eventually the greenie will fall through it. This is a new type of greenie that we have not seen before, hence the reason why I call it a new type of greenie. These enemies are going to have sunglasses on them. You need to take away the sunglasses before you'll be able to flash them with the flashlight. So you need to be very careful with these enemies indeed. Whoa, we got both of them at the same time. I didn't even know you could do that. That was cool. Let's see if I can get both of them. We only got one of them, but that's fine. It's all good. If you defeat the enemies with a charge attack, then you will get additional bonuses, like money bonuses most of the time. I think that's how it works. I might be wrong about that because I have no smarts. Luigi, whoever's releasing those spirit balls is somehow able to avoid the periscope. Wait, what is... You found the dark light device. Good work, my boy. Try it with the Y button. Why would you do that? That wasn't funny. I'm sure there's an illusion somewhere in that room. Indeed there is. Push the right button to activate the dark light device. Let me tell you, having this ability in the previous episode, because, you know, the failed recording and all, I was very tempted to use this on pretty much everything because, the Dark Light device is by far one of the most useful weapons, not a very weapon, it's one of the most useful items in the entire game. So you're going to be using this a lot throughout the game, and it's very essential to use whenever you're looking for a specific type of collectible, which we'll be collecting a little bit later in the episode. I'm going to activate this. Whenever you break one of the illusions, these spirit balls will go bursting everywhere. Gloomy Manor, it's not going to be all that difficult because the layouts for this mansion is very simplistic and open. But when we get to the later parts of this game, it's going to be a little bit trickier to collect all the spirit balls because it's just going to be a little bit trickier is what I'm trying to say. I can't really think of another way to word it. Oh, there's another illusion right there. Let's destroy it. If you try going through here, you're going to see that there's a couple spider webs everywhere, so maybe those spider webs are foreshadowing a future mission. Maybe they are. This little mist that you see with the dark light device, that's going to be your indication for where you need to go. I don't think there's going to be any money in there because I think we got that in the previous episode. Yep, I'm right. I'm always right, except when I'm left. And let me just point out something that kind of bothers me. If you look through this window when you're still out here before you like press the button to look inside of it, that room needs a 3D depth slider. And this is coming from a game that has, and this is coming from a console game that, this is coming from a system that does have a 3D depth slider, so that's even worse. It's especially bad because it like zooms into that room when you leave the area. Right, now, I have a kind of a funny story about this level. The previous level and this one were the first levels that I ever played for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon because my first experience playing through this game was at a Best Buy demo kiosk, and I remember when I was going through this area, it took me a really long time to figure out what I was supposed to do. The worst part was that I was like really hungry at this point, so like I wanted to go get food. But I was too busy playing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, so yay, I am such a great example, except I'm not. And there doesn't seem to be anything interesting about the library right now. Whenever you see paintings like this, you'll be able to collect the keys inside of them. You may remember that there was a gemstone hidden inside a painting a little while back. We won't be getting that in this episode, but we will most likely get that next episode. So don't worry about that. Most of the gems that I lost my train of thought. And now we're in the patio. I won't be switching over to the bottom screen to demonstrate this because, you know, I don't really feel like pressing buttons to switch that so that you guys can see it on screen. But they're going to be like little green and red bars that'll be appearing besides doors on the 3DS map. If it's red, it means it's going to be locked. So that's going to be like your indication of which rooms you can access at the moment. And we can collect some money. Money. I'm a dork. I'm sorry. Alright, so to get the first gem that I kind of unintentionally foresighted a little while back, we can go inside this door, and inside here, there are going to be some golden spiders which we can destroy in cold blood, which is always a very pleasant experience, except for the fact that I kind of like spiders because I'm a weird person. And we can go inside, and we can collect that, and a gem! Yeah, we have a gem. That blue fit up there looks like Dory. Is this something we can look through? No, it doesn't. There was a crack on the wall right there, and it looked like we could look through it. But we can't, because Nintendo wasn't nice enough to do that. And, yeah, more money. If you go over here, we can activate the Dark Light device on this Cheep statue, and this will give us our next gem. There honestly isn't that much to talk about at the moment, so I guess one thing that's kind of worth mentioning that I've been kind of wanting to talk about for a little while is the fact that this game was made by the same developers as the people who made Metroid Prime Federation Force. So that's kind of a fun little useless knowledge fact that I could share with the world. Say what you will about Metroid Prime Federation Force, I personally haven't really played enough Metroid to really form my own opinion of the game. But I will say that I'm not really that big of a fan of the art style in that game. I'll just say that. Normally I like cartoonist graphics, but it doesn't really work with Metroid. It works for Zelda, but not for Metroid. But enough about Metroid, let's just talk about Luigi's Mansion. And we can go inside here and activate the door. Because that's the magic of keys, they open doors! Who would have thought? Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to go inside here into the library because there is another gemstone we can collect. I did not get this on the field recording, so I'm pretty happy that we're going to get it now. You need to use the Dark Light device on the globe right there. Honestly, this is the one that kept me from achieving 100% on Gloomy Manor, my first run of this game. So we need to use a vacuum on it. Which way do we need to use vacuum? There we go, okay. I have no idea about how the physics of that are supposed to work. Like, blowing a vacuum onto a globe makes it spontaneously combust or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how the physics of that work. It's Nintendo logic. What do you expect? Let's try the hiders right there. Something about the enemy names is that, I know I talked about this before, but they're not really all that creative. But at the same time, I kind of like it, because it makes it very easy for me to remember what their names are. And I am honestly terrible at remembering names. Like, I remember when I was in, when I was in high school, I barely remembered half the names of the other students in there, and which made me feel a little bit bad, because, like, most of the people in there could remember my name, so whenever we'd talk in the hallway, they'll be all like, hey, how's it going, man? And I'll be all like, hi, and then internally I'll be all like, I don't remember your name, please don't hurt me. It's so adorable! I love the boos in this game, they're just so cute. This is probably my favorite incarnation of a boo in any game ever, which is saying a lot because boos are one of my favorite characters in the Mario universe. Alright, so what you need to do is you need to use a Dark Light device to try and find its location. Eventually, the Dark Light device will be too powerful for the little boo, and then it will stick its tongue out, and then, hey boo, got your tongue! And it's going to be bouncing around on the walls like that, and it only had 1 HP left, come on. That's a great sign for the rest of this Let's Play. So yeah, we need to use the Dark Light device on the boo. Come back here, you fool. Come back here, you fool. And full charge, even though you only have 1 HP left. And check this out. This is one of the cutest things ever. I love the squeaking sound effect when you destroy a boo. It's so cute.
Oh, hello?
You okay, Luigi? Graminy, what in tarnation is a boo doing here in the valley? Good thing you had the Darklight device with you or you'd be in real trouble. Let's get you out of there. Hold on tight.
Oh, yes. Oh, oh. I did it. Ah. Oh, oh.
Clear time. Ghost captured. Health lost. Treasure. Breaks over.
Hmm. Oh, wow.
Excellent. I'm positively tickled that my Darklight device worked. Gem. Treasure. Still not enough to get the next rank. Or reward. Whatever. It's concerned to find a boo in the Gloomy Manor. Boos always spell trouble, especially if they gang up. If you see any more, be sure to capture them right away. I have a special container just for boos down the vault. Funny story, actually. You remember that I used to have a device called the Petrificate. Oh, hold on a second. The baroscope is acting up. Something isn't right, Luigi. The signals coming from the Gloomy Manor are... Give me a minute. I need to figure them out. And while he does that, we're gonna end this video off here. So, thank you guys so much. Well, okay, first of all, I need to explain something before I end the video. After you beat this level, you will unlock the Scare-Scraper mode. This is the online multiplayer for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I have every intention of demonstrating this mode later in the Let's Play. The thing is, this Let's Play, the main part of it, is going to focus only on the story mode. Scare-Scraper will be treated as a side series after this Let's Play is over. You can think of it as something along the lines of the Green Stars from Super Mario Galaxy 2 or the bonus book from Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And another thing worth mentioning is that now that we have the Darklight device, we can, in theory, go back into these levels to go get the boos hidden in them. I am not going to be doing that until a little bit later in the Let's Play, so look forward to that. But with all that, thank you guys so much for watching this Let's Play of this video of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Next time, we're going to be handling a sticky situation. And until next time, it's geared to you. Oh yeah.